Hey guys, I'm about to sit down, just getting some things together. Oh, freaked my pets out. Sorry, I'm just getting the plastic that I need. So I am doing a personal project, and I'm going to be making a unicorn head that's also geode inspired, so it'll have elements of crystals and stuff. So right now I am going to be cutting the plastic that I need. Just have to find my scissors. So I'm using plastic furniture cover, and I am filming the whole thing. I'm just going to move this over a little bit. I'm filming the whole thing to turn it into a YouTube tutorial. So I'm cutting out what I need right now. Whoa, I'm losing things. All right, so I have my piece. I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to measure it to the image and cut that. And then I want to tape it down. So I'm going to face it this way. So first things first, I got to tape this. And if you'd like to comment, I can see comments on my page, but not from the groups. So if you want to comment on anything, just go to my page and watch the video. So I can see what everybody writes, and I can help answer questions. So right now I'm just going to share this into a couple of groups, and then I'm going to get started. So this is going on here. All right. Okay, so the material that I have is the plastic furniture cover, which already has sparkles all over it. I printed out a drawing that I made based off of some stock art that I found online. So I redrew the parts that I wanted, and this is going to be my outline for the silicone. So what I want to do is take the silicone and start making the outline. So let's see, I have this type of silicone. I prefer the smaller tubes because they come out like toothpaste rather than having to use the gun. So let's see, how much do I have left of this? And I'm probably going to have to recut it. I don't know why every time I go live, I lose my scissors. And if someone could just let me know how the sound is. I'm always worried that the sound isn't loud enough. I just keep losing everything. All right, so I'm going to have to use my really long, weird scissors again. And just make sure that this is cut. I hate using these for things like that. All right, long scissors. Go over there. Okay, so I need to get my silicone ready. I'm going to tape this down. There we go. And that's just so it doesn't slide away. Looking pretty good. Okay. I'll come around this way. All right, so that was the first round. So I'm actually going to go around again and make a second one because I need my barrier to be a little bit larger than the rest. I'm just removing this so it doesn't get caught up. So some of the silicone got into the mold, the part that I want to be just resin. And if the silicone touches, it's going to be very smooth. But I want it to be the rest of the, like the rest of the design. Okay, so now I'm going to do a larger outline over here so that my second base has something to stand on. So this actually has no bearing in the design. It's just for support. And the reason I do this is because every time I've used the silicone, when I made my second layer to raise the barrier, it has fallen over. So I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't fall. And I'm just going to fill in over here. Again, the purpose of this is to give it some support so it doesn't fall over. Okay, now I'm going to do my next layer so the barrier will rise. Okay, awesome. So that's pretty good. That'll prevent the resin from escaping when it's still liquid. I'm just going to go in over here and make it a little bit higher. And I think it looks pretty good. I just want to check this other side because I think it came off. Nope, it's okay. Awesome. Okay, so that's for the head part. Now I need to do the little bit of hair that's coming down. So I'm actually going to take this away and let it dry. And I am going to get my next piece of plastic, which I have no idea where I put, so I might have to cut another one. And give me 1 second, I will get my next piece of plastic. Hi, Kitty. The cat's very interested in what I'm doing. All right, so then I want to do the same thing with this one, except this could be a lot shorter. I'm going to get my really awkward, weird scissors and cut this. And then I want to tape it down. All right. And I'm going to take my silicone, and I'm only going to go around this once because I don't want this to be high. So here we go. Oh, my cat's stabbing me. I kind of missed a little thing over there, but that's okay. Not bad. I do notice that this is a little low over here, so I'm going to fill this in. And then I have to clean it up with the tape. So I'm going to scoop out whatever fell in the middle. All right, this is looking pretty good. So the next thing I want to do is kind of turn this towards me and reshape these parts so that it's a thinner design in between. This looks kind of funky. Okay. Pull that a little. Oops. Oh, my cat's so sweet. What make is the silicone that I use? It is GE 100% waterproof. I try to find the ones that are less adhesive, just so they don't stick to stuff. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I really want to get more of an angle with this. Hey, that looks pretty good. Okay, so as these are drying, I'm going to start mixing my resin. So I'm going to take this, put it off to the side, let that dry a little. Now I don't really need this. It's just kind of there. I'm going to put this aside. So these are my resin colors that I want to use. So first I'm going to mix the clear, and then I'm going to take smaller Dixie cups and put in my colors. So I like to figure out what my colors are. Actually, I have this. I like to figure out what they are before I pour in the resin. So I'm going to start mixing these together. So I know for the base, I want to do white. And then for the unicorn horn, and the hair, for the horn, I want to do gold. And then for the hair, I want to do like a fine gold color. So I want to put for the horn, actually I do need that back. I want to put a lot of gold glitter in to make that look really cool. So it's going to be lots of specks of glitter. And if you're watching, could you just tell me how the sound is? Okay, pour some glitter in there. Okay, so this is going to be the horn, this is going to be the hair, and this is going to be the base. Got this in. I really want it to be super glittery, so I'm going to put a lot in. I have some crystals ready to go. All right. This is the hair. And the color that I'm using is called Mirror Chrome Pigment. And that is from tkbtrading.com. So if you notice I point away from the webcam, it's because I'm also recording for a tutorial. All right. And now for the base, I want to add all kinds of fun stuff in. So I got hologram glitter, I got different pigments. That has to stay there. So the first thing I'm going to do is mix my pigments in. And then I'm going to embellish it with some glitters. So we got some white. I don't want too much of this. Starlight blue, which is like, it has specks of blue in it. Maybe even a blue shift. Put some of that in. Noble Sparks, which is kind of like a silver glitter with a white base. Put some of that in. I really like that one. And I'm actually going to mix that into the hair as well. Then I have Diamond Cluster and Icicle. So they're all shades of white. Diamond Cluster looks pretty cool. And Icicle. I think I want to use a lot of that. All right. So that's my pigment for my base. And I want to add a little bit of gold to that. Okay. So that was the horn. Okay, so these are all the embellishments for the base. So I have some holographic circles. What is that? What's going on there? Oh my God, I love hologram. Hologram anything. and this kind of hologram. Then I have some really tiny diamonds. These are so small. They're the AB style, which means that they have like that iridescent look to it. I love iridescent too. I got that in. And then I have some iridescent glitter from AC Moore. This is my favorite glitter. So I'm going to put a lot of that in. I'm almost out. It has little flakes of gold too. It's like iridescent and gold. Okay, so next I have to, hey buddy, I'm going to mix my resin. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio from Artworks Resin. I love this one. It's my favorite. I should be wearing gloves, but I'm the worst. All right. So I got my part A. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I can see the comments on my page, but I can't see them in groups. Hi, Whiskey. I know, you're the best. All right, I want to see part B. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. What's going on? What's up? Hi, Pumpkin. Yeah. Okay, mixing the clear. What's up, Whiskey? Ow, stop stabbing me. Ow, stop stabbing me. Get down. This takes a while to mix this, but I want to make sure I get it all together. This is probably going to be the longest part. You can see how thick this resin is. I love it. It holds all the gems in place. All right, that should be good. So I'm going to pour a lot into here, which is the base color. Then I'm going to put some in here, which is the hair. And then I'm actually going to take all the glitters and put them in here. But I'm going to hold off on that just in case I need some more. And that's going to go into my unicorn horn mold. So my friend Haiti made this. All right, so first I'm going to mix my base colors. It looks super cool. Hi, Mandy. Yeah, I did say GE silicone. Sorry, the webcam microphone isn't that great. I actually have a microphone, so I might start hooking that up. I always worry about the sound of the tutorials when I'm live streaming. So that is really cool looking. I am really happy with this color and all of the embellishments inside of it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is mix together my unicorn hair, which I think is pretty and it goes well with that. I don't need a lot of it either. Awesome. Okay, so before I mix together the horn colors, I'm going to pour these so that they can begin setting. So I have the head, and then I have the hair. What is this? There's like gems attached to it. Ah, so many gems everywhere. Okay, and I think I might tape this down so that it doesn't come up. I gotta find a flat surface first. Yeah. This is actually not dry yet. How's this one doing? That one's pretty close. So I'm gonna start with the base first and then pour the hair in later. All right, time to tape this down. And that's just so it doesn't like creep to one side. This one seems pretty okay, so I'm just gonna leave it. Maybe up here. Actually, I'm gonna tape down up there. All right. Just testing. Testing it out. Okay. So I want to make this layer really thin because it's going to double up after, it's going to triple up after I add the hair part. So let me pour a little bit of the hair. Oh, no, wait. Nope. That's still, and pour this. And again, I just want like a really thin layer because it's all going to get sealed in with silver, with clear. So I'm going to let this spread out as much as it can. It looks so cool. I love all the iridescent flakes underneath. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Again, I want this layer to be really thin. I'm going to take some of this. All right, it's looking good. I can see that my barrier is definitely higher, which is good. Let's expose some of these cool flakes. I like it. I'm pretty okay with it. Got some cool stuff going on. Okay, so how's this doing? All right, so this dried while I was doing the other thing. So I'm gonna pour the thinnest layer of hair in here. Where did you get the blackhead template from?
That should be good.
So Mandy, I got it from, I actually found some stock images, and I don't like to take it directly from someone else's work, so I kind of look at it and then I draw my own. So I kind of like memorize what a horse looks like as a silhouette, and then I drew it out on Adobe Illustrator. So I want like the thinnest layer of silver hair. And you know what? I think I want to add some sparks into this. Diamond. Yeah, I want to put a little bit of this in. What are you making? I am making a unicorn horse head. Almost like a, not taxidermy, but you know, like when they mount heads on there, even though I'm super against that. That's why it's fake. Okay. That's cool. So yeah, so I'm making a unicorn head. So this is the base, this is the hair. So the hair is going to peel out and go on here. And then I have a 3D horn, which I'm going to fill in at the end. Then once it all dries, like once these layers dry, I peel them off and assemble them together, and then seal everything in with clear resin so you can still see everything. So right now I'm just working on the hair because I need it to be really thin in order to assemble it. But that should be good. Awesome. This is a little high. I like it. I'm okay with that. So I have all this extra resin. So it's going to end up turning into my unicorn horn. So that's the last piece before it dries. So I'm going to actually add in the remaining. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave that and put some glitter. I want this lake to be super glittery, so I'm using a lot of glitter. Oops. Mix that up. So cool. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to mix that in with this so I don't waste it. So this goes in. And this goes in. And I can actually feel the the resin starting to get hot. So I know that I'm almost past my working time. I'm almost up to my working time. I usually get about 30 minutes of working time with Artworks resin, which is great. All right, so the last thing I want to do is mix this all into a swirl. Awesome. And I am going to pour that into this mold. And let that go. So it is the horse head with horse hair and unicorn horn. And then when all of this dries, tomorrow I'm going to come back on. I'm going to pour, I'm going to mix a little bit of clear resin, and then I'm going to peel the pieces and assemble them together, and then seal it all together with the clear. The extra resin, before it completely turns hard, I'm going to pour into another mold. So I always have molds handy because I always end up making extra. So I'm going to pour it into this really cool coffin. There we go. So you can kind of see what the unicorn horn is going to look like based off of what the colors in this coffin are. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment. I can answer any questions. Tomorrow I'm going to come back on if I feel okay and assemble everything together. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to look really cool. Let me know what you guys think, and leave a suggestion for the next animal and or shape or something else that you want to see made. And I'll make a tutorial for it. Thank you for watching, guys.